$310,605. That's the cost of raising a child born in 2015 all the way from birth to age 17. And that does not take into account the record inflation we have seen in the last 3 years since 2021. Hi, my name is Rohit Das, and this channel is all about finding ways to get you to your most prepared self for life, finance, and career. And today, we're diving into a topic that's both emotionally charged and meaningfully significant: the financial considerations of having a baby. Whether you're actively planning for a child or just contemplating the possibility, understanding the financial implications is crucial. Let's break this down and see how you can be better prepared for this life-changing event. The real cost of raising a child sometimes feels nebulous. Considering the rather long time horizon involved, there are known and unknown costs associated with raising a child. While the cost is spread over 18 years, it is still a significant amount that requires careful planning. So, where does all this money go? For this video, we use the reference of a hypothetical middle-income family that comprises of 2 adults and 2 children. With that frame of reference in mind, if we had $100 to spend, this is what your expenses may look like. Housing. This is the biggest expense of all, accounting for about $29 of the total cost. Food. About $18 of the budget would go to feeding your family, comprising of young children. Childcare and education. This takes up about $16 of the total cost, but it can vary widely depending on your choices and the places where you stay. Transportation. About $15 would go to getting around with your child. Healthcare. This accounts for about $9 of the total cost. Clothing and miscellaneous. The remaining $13 would spread and cover everything else, from diapers to going out to toys. Of course, some of these costs won't hit you immediately, so let's talk about the costs you'll face right away. Pregnancy and childbirth can be expensive, especially in the US. According to the Peterson Kaiser Family Foundation, or KFF, the average cost of childbirth in the US is about $18,800. And then there's childcare. A survey by trustedcare.com found that the average cost of infant daycare costs about $650 to $1,500 per month, while toddler programs cost between $550 and $1,100 per month. That's a significant chunk of money for most people's monthly budgets. And then come the longer-term considerations. Having a child doesn't just impact your immediate finances, it can affect your longer-term financial picture too. Here are some things to consider. First, career impact. One or both parents might need to take time off work or reduce hours, affecting earning potential. 2. Insurance needs. You'll likely need to increase your life and health insurance coverage. Education savings. If you want to save for your child's education, know that, according to the College Board, the average annual cost in-state for the year 2023-24 academic year was over $24,000 for a public college and over $56,000 for a private college. With so many financial variables to consider, how do you know that you're financially ready for a baby? Here's a quick checklist to get you started. Does at least one adult in the household have a stable income? What is your overall debt situation? And more specifically, do you have any high-interest debt? If so, can that be paid off before your child is born? Do you have an emergency fund covering 3 to 6 months of expenses? According to a 2024 Bankrate survey, only 44% said that they have at least 3 months worth of expenses readily available as emergency savings, either in a checking account, savings account, or the money market. Can your budget accommodate the additional costs of a child? And does it have some additional room to serve as a buffer after accounting for all the expenses related to your child? Have you considered your childcare options and their costs? If you're planning to return to work, do you have a family support system that can help with childcare? Are you on track with your retirement savings? Does bringing a child into your life make it harder to set aside money for savings or retirement? If you answered yes to most of these, you're in a good position. If not, you may want to consider proactively working on these areas as part of your preparation. Either way, here are some strategies to help you prepare financially for a baby. Start a baby fund. Begin saving specifically for baby-related expenses. Review your health insurance. Understand what your plan covers for pregnancy and childbirth. Look into life insurance. Consider term life insurance to protect your family. You'll also need to increase your life and health insurance coverage. It is generally suggested that people have life insurance coverage of 10 to 15 times your annual income. Create a new budget. Factor in ongoing baby expenses like diapers, formula, and childcare. If you need a non-fancy but effective budget template to get started, download it from the link below. Research tax benefits. Understand the tax credits and deductions available to parents. Consider a flexible spending account. These can help with childcare and healthcare costs. According to NerdWallet, 22% of parents who don't plan to have more children cite financial reasons. But having a child is not just a financial decision, it's an emotional one too. It's about balancing your desire for a family with your financial realities. At the end of the day, you are the only one best positioned to decide how to maintain this delicate balance between emotional and financial. Here's a pro tip from seasoned parents. If you're considering more than one child, know that costs don't necessarily scale linearly. That means that costs don't automatically double. In fact, 20% of parents found that their first child to be more expensive to raise than subsequent ones. That's likely perhaps because you can reuse many items and might have more experience in budgeting for a child. Finally, some closing thoughts before we wrap up here. Having a baby is a big decision in every conceivable way. While the costs are significant, with proper planning and preparation, you can manage them effectively. Millions of people with various income levels successfully raise children every day. My own parents were not that well off, but they did their best that they could to raise their 2 children. And on average, we turned out to be okay. The key is to start planning early, be realistic about costs, and make informed decisions. Whether you decide to have a child now, later, or not at all, understanding the financial implications will help you make the best choice for you and your family. Right, that's all for today. If this episode helps you think through the financial side of having a baby, give this video a like and share it with someone who might benefit from it. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe for more practical financial real talk. See you on the next one.